Boer Health Sciences Institute, BHSI, is an indigenous community-based institution which was established in June 2018, to basically train and award diploma for registered midwives and nurses. It was meant to reduce neonatal and maternal mortality and alleviate the burden of diseases in our communities. Mission: to have a health system dedicated to excellence and effective health service delivery, to have a healthy community today and tomorrow. Goals: to deliver quality education in order to harvest/graduate qualified nurses and midwives. To be a center for training competent health professionals. To produce knowledgeable and skilled cadres who will practice under low supervision when serving the communities. Aims: to produce knowledgeable, compassionate, and competent midwives and nurses who will improve the healthcare service delivery within Jonglei State and beyond. To train health cadres who will be critical in making wise decisions on clients/patients they are serving. To have health professionals who are able to analyze and evaluate health conditions that are affecting the community. To establish an institution that will give a friendly learning environment to our students, such as having equipped library, demonstration room and conducive classrooms. To have programs that will be based on scientific principles. This will underscore clinical and evidence-based practices. BHSI have so far graduated 5 batches. This is about 150 enrolled nurses who have boosted the health system in the state. Welcome to Boer Health, where your professionalism is our concern.
Boer Health Science Institute. Good afternoon. My name is Philip Mobile, the head of Anatomy and Physiology Department. For today's function, I'm going to be your moderator. So, we are going to begin officially. As a culture of all countrymen and women, we always start with the national anthem. Then after national anthem, we are going to open with a prayer. As I know you are all believers. We are all believers. Then after that, the program will continue. So let's have one person to volunteer to lead us through the national anthem. Prayers?
No, you play.
Hey, it's okay. Then you can connect. Let's all stand up. Thank you very much for the energy. You can get seated. Let's go next. Hey, Pastor, I will give him the privilege.
Have the mic. Give him the mic.
Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, nothing we can do without acknowledging your name. Lord, I dedicate the school leadership unto your arm and this student at large. Father, we progress in your name. Let's begin this program, Lord, and be with us until the end. In Jesus' name, I pray.
Amen. Thank you very much. We're going to read out the program lineup. The first agenda, we have already finished it. That's the national anthem and the prayers. The next one after that is going to be the introduction by the Electoral Committee as we know we are here for the purpose of the election. Then after that, we are going to have the opening remarks from the school administration that is going to be taken by the school principal. Then thereafter, we are going to be having the main event of the day. That is going to begin with launching of the manifestos, where we are going to have all the contestants telling us what they are going to do for us before we cast our votes. So in doing that, the first main two, those are the one contesting for the guild president. Each of them is going to be given 5 minutes and be start. Then after the 5 minutes, there will be 2 minutes added. This way you are going to add your queries in case you have the question, and within those 2 minutes, they will be able to answer you. Okay. Then once we are done with that, the other contestants will have all the 3 minutes to give what they are supposed to say. Then after the 2 minutes, those 3 minutes are going to be undisturbed. Then after the 3 minutes, you will be given 2 extra minutes where people can ask questions. Then you answer them within those 2 minutes. Then thereafter, we shall call the guest of honor to have a word. Then after that, without wasting time, as we know that the saying goes, to work without playing make joy a dark boy. We're going to have a break, either a commercial break or an interlude. So if you have a comedian or a musician or anything that is going to entertain us, then we shall have that break. Okay, so anyone with an interlude, you'll have to prepare for us. Okay, then after the interlude, we are going to go direct to casting of the ballots. That's the voting process. Okay, then now after there, once we have casted the ballots, my work as the moderator will be done. Then I'll hand on the mic to the EC, then the EC will take on the rest. Okay? So let's get back to the next agenda. So the next one is going to be an introduction by the EC. So I'll call upon the head of the EC to come and tell us exactly why we are here and how we are going to go through it. So the chair of EC, Tutor Duke, you are highly welcome. So we have shifted.
Thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity to recognize the President of Independent IBC and IEC and the President of the media, the Ajakguong media, then the President of tutors and the President of Independent Observer. We have Independent Observer who is going to observe this exercise. Then I would like to take this opportunity to also recognize the presence of all the students of BHSI Institute who are present in this hall. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Yeah, it is my pleasure to stand before you here and welcome all of you to this very important functions. This is the first time in the history of BHSI Institute to have these very historic functions. So I want to urge each and everyone to take this function seriously. It is each and every student right to exercise his or her right in electing the leader of their choice. So I want to say that the elections of both the candidates who are contesting for various positions is going to be fair and free based on the responsibility we are given to independent electoral commissions that the administration have elected. And I want to ask everyone of you, the students and the candidates, especially those who are contesting for the position of guild presidents, the two people who have got the encouragement to come forward and stand to contest for these positions. I want to congratulate all of you. We were having only 3, but one person has withdrawn in the process. So those who are still standing to participate in this exercise, I want to say thank you very much for standing firm and having the encouragement of leading the student of BHSI Institute. Otherwise, I want to encourage each and everyone to be quiet, to observe the elections. We will be just observing. Then the commission will carry out his or her duties until the end. So I want to thank you once more, and let's be patient. So I thank you very much.
So, without further ado, we are going to just move straight to another agenda. That will be the introductory speech by the Independent Election Commission. So let's welcome the chairperson of the Election Commission, Tutor Tew. So you are welcome.
We have just met today on this bright and happy day. I'm delighted to have met you the staff. I'm Emmanuel Tew, the chairperson for Electoral Committee. We are not a commission, we are just a committee. And this is the work we are doing. And I'm happy for being trusted with my team to conduct this noble task. I want to assure you, all brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, that the management has tried their best to allow you to exercise your voting rights that is stipulated in the Constitution of South Sudan, that every citizen votes for their own leaders. The government and people by people and for the people is democracy. And in democracy, that's why you are here. You're going to choose your leaders by yourself. And those leaders, you are going to serve them. And in South Sudan, we we don't serve leaders, but leaders serve us. So I want to show you at my capacity as Electoral Commission chairperson that this election is going to be credible, it's going to be reliable, it's going to be fair, and it's going to be peaceful and free as well. So don't be worried, receive that, and that is my trust. We are going to have some series of what we are going to do. After we finish, you launch your manifestos. You have heard who is the best leader and who will not be the best. Immediately we will be breaking for 5 minutes and I will show you where to go and vote. I will show you the type of voting cards and will also show you where you are going to cast your vote and which room will you be following. So you come after you have known your manifestos and you have known your leaders. So this is where I will stop, and thank you management for organizing such great.
Exceptional way. I'm just lost between nowhere. I know what I speak. I speak posteriorly, anteriorly, and inferiorly. That's how I'm doing it. But he was trying to confuse me that by the people, for the people, and of the people. I really don't know what's there. So let's continue. I think it's going to be the hectic part. So the contestant, you can begin to breathe. So you just take a good breath, don't panic. We're just here to listen to you. Okay? By the way, the beginning is here. This way now you can raise your hand. We have doctors who lead us. Okay? So you can start here in the college, when you go to the university, if you are a registered nurse, or you're going to be the midwife, then you can still be the president. So you start building on your confidence now. So the next agenda, in our agenda, is going to be the launching of the manifestos, where all the contestants are going to come forth, then they will tell us why they are aspiring to inspire before they expire. Okay? So we're going to start with the first one. So the first and the highest most is contestants for the lead presidency. Okay? So with the lead presidency, we have two aspiring candidates. The first one from the second year, semester 1, we have Ajakguong. Then after him, we are going to have the second one, that is Philip. So these two contestants are the one we are going to give the floor. So let's welcome, using the alphabetical order, we are going to welcome the aspirant, Mr. Ajakguong. So, gentlemen, you welcome.
Thank you. In the first place, I would like to recognize the president of this year, chairperson of the EC, secretary of the EC, principal of the school, tutors, around, all the administrators, not forgetting you, ladies and gentlemen, my old inspiring nurses, midwife, and dietitians. You are all welcome. In the first place, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for your unbelievable support and tremendous attention you have shown. Thank you very much. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm by the name of Portmanio, and I am honored to serve. I'm honored to serve in this institute as a student leader. As a student leader, I am deeply committed to serve and support the student bodies in this school. I'm not going to waste my time too much, but I'm going to read out manifestos, what I'm going to do in the school here, in both Early Science Institute, and what I'm not going to do. There's something which are lying in my labels which I can do without the school support. But there's something that I can do, there's something that the school do when I am inside. So first of all, what I can do is to promote dignity and inclusive environment in this school, where each and every student can celebrate the diverse and foster academics excellence in this school. That's the first thing that I can do here in the school. I can also advocate a student right. I can stand with you. I can stand with you in all ways. In all, what you can not, what is wrong with you, and the side of the administration. I should not be biased. That is the second thing. Another one is improve academics support. I can support you academically, whereby I can introduce, not that I consider the administration, but there's some way that you can interact and represent what's wrong with the student. I can support you academically. I can also enhance student services. I can also enhance student services. Those are the things that I'm standing here as a student leader in both Early Science Institute. I can also mention that on the right of the shelters, water installation. What I can do there is to knock the door. I can knock the door of the school. I can knock the door outside the school. We have shelters here and they need renovation. We have water installation. That one they are beyond my powers. But I can negotiate with administration. If possible, they can do something. In the side of water installation, if that one is failed, because when we were here last year, they tried to renovate, but it was hard. But if it failed, I can talk with administration to see another means to get water here in the school instead of installing water. That is the point. What I can do is, as a student here in Electoral Science Institute, I will be providing you a portal whereby each and every student can search here. One. What I can provide provide here. I brought one dustbin before.
One event is the speaker.
One dustbin, I brought it, and I should add another one here. What I can provide to you next is hand washing facilities. I'm going to provide you with a tank and one tank for the water, whereby you can drink, because here in this institution, not everyone should have that ability to buy water. So I can provide you with one tank, whereby every student can get water here within. So, not to waste my time.
Honorable, your time is, can you summarize within 30 seconds?
All right, thank you. I'm not going to waste time, but I'm very glad to thank all the students and not forgetting the party voters. I'm very sorry to forget you before, but I would have to thank you and call one of the agents, but I'm sorry. So this is the end of my manifestos, and if there's anything, then thank you.
So, the next, if you have a question that you have to ask, then you do welcome. In the corner, I love corner very well, because when we sit there, we are struggling.
My name is Ajakguong, a student of Year 1, Department of Nutrition. So my brother, our guild president, has talked nicely, and his talk has impressed me. Actually, this is the kind of person that we need. So me, I have a question on the point that he talks of. So my brother talked of a point that I'm going to support the student academically. That is a very nice point. Now, how are you going to support us? And your work as a president is to be a mediator between the student body and the administration. If there is a problem with us, then we have to discuss it. We will give it to you, and you go to the main. Now, how are you going to do that? As you say, that is my question. Thank you.
Good point is that you mentioned that clearly that I'm the mediator between the student and the tutors. We mean that when I move from you, I take something which is not okay with you, then I discuss with administration. If you say that academically it's not going on well, then I will take it from you, then I go and discuss with administration. Is that not improving? Yes, I see. Because I take your point and I understand it.
I think that was a question and answer at the same time.
Well, all the protocol remain observed. My leader has talked well, but I have to question him about 2 points. The one point has been said, but I want to divert it. So he said that I am going to support the student, or I will be a school. I will support the student academy. Okay, we were the first year student, and we are now the second year student. When we were there in our class, we have made a lot of complaints, but I have observed 2 things. One thing is, we were given a tutor for nutrition. So, and that teacher has left some subtopic units. As we complain generally as a student, you were saying that let me talk. So they say that each every student should have to go and decide what is left by the teacher. And as we are here, we have some students who are very weak, and those students we have to at least we promote them in order to acquire something. But if we leave something behind, and they are not down, but we are going to see the unified examination. Are we going to qualify for that unified examination? Yet you say that you will be academic supporter between the students and the teachers. That is one point. Or am I talking to you? Okay. Number two, in this class, we have to talk in a real sense. Why I say that you are later physically, but emotionally, mentally, you are not later. Why? You is now.
I think you are there.
First of all, I would like to answer your question. You know, tutors are not working out of their mind. They are working with administration. They are working with the guideline of South Sudan, right? So, when tutor comes and teach us here, he or she is controlled by administration and the guideline. So if there are some courses has been left out, they have been left out because guidelines say. Okay? So that's not the problem of the tutor. And when you complain that the tutor is not teaching well, then administration and this is something that I can take from you that I go and discuss with administration. That's the fact. Okay? So that's your question. And thank you, you are now relieved.
Yeah, well.
I'm a clinical man. Don't take a lot of time. We have always seen, from my perspective here, I've seen always the clinical part of the study here is not that okay. Some of you tend to miss the round in the hospital. Some of you are not serious. So, what can you do in your time to improve on the clinical part of education? That will be my question to you. Any contribution you can do to improve on the practical part? When I say clinical, I mean the practical part. That's my question to you. The theory that we do here in the school is the first form of study. Then after that, we have the practical part that we always do in the hospital. So the practical part has always been having a lot of challenges. Some students tend to miss. Sometimes in the administration, like for you, your class, you miss in the first semester, in the first year, I think, in the first semester. So there have been challenges in going to the hospital. And you know the field we are in has to be practical always. So I'm asking that during your time, is there anything you can do to support the practical studies?
When we were here before, to improve, when we were here before, as a second-year student, what I can say is when we were here, we were really committed. And that commitment, I want to say, what we do as a student is what we get there, right? But if you do it here and go into the field, you get it different. What I want to say there, to improve that practical thing, I will be adding with the administration, at least to have a lab here in the school, whereby that each and every student can go for practical. If you go into the labs, then you go and get the practical thing inside the lab. That's what I can say. And that's what can prove a practical studies in the school.
I only have the schedule. So begin with that one. You can sit down. So I think we are done with the first aspirant. Let's go to our next contestant. That's the guild president to be Mr. Garankuli Boboy. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for him.
Thank you. Thank you for the time to face the camera. So first to recognize. Also, what I would like to recognize my chairperson, the principal, and the co-founders of this school, the electoral committee, the tutors, and my fellow students. Good afternoon. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm by name Grand Philip Ogoy. I'm a student of second year doing nursing, registered nursing. I'm very happy to be here in front of you today contesting for this post. First of all, I would like to thank the first year students because I think these are the main reason why we have these presidencies today. As we both know that as World Health Science Institute started a long time ago, but it was producing very productive people in the community. Our school started as a certificate producing school, and it is now progressing. It has reached to a level whereby it is producing diploma students. This means that we are going forward as World Health Science Institute. So, and that's why I put as a slogan, I say, together we are moving forward. Ajakguong secondary, together we are moving forward. Together we are moving forward. Yes, we are moving forward. Yes, for sure, we are moving forward as World Health Science Institute. Because of you, first year students, you have made our school to grow. And as our directors and our principal here is willing to put our school forward and more. Before I waste any time, because our time is limited here, I would like to go there to my manifestos. The first manifesto which I will do when I become the guild president of this very institution, as we both know that in this institution we have a problem of water. And this problem of water has been there. I think my colleague has just been talking about it. But we need to solve this problem once and for all. How will we solve this one problem? Now it is better because it is rainy season. But what if it comes to dry season? My leadership will coordinate together with the school administration to look for the permanent solution whereby this water issue can be solved by either referring to the borehole which is outside here, or rather we can look for somebody who will be bringing water because we are helpless. We cannot live without water. As we both know that water is basic life. So it is part of basic unit of life. We need to be clean enough. So that is what I will do when I become the guild president. I will coordinate together with the school administration to look for the permanent solution for this water. The second thing that I will do when I become the guild president of this very institution, I will promote academics. Some of you may ask, how will you do that? And we are the only person as I'm standing here. As a leader, I will coordinate, or we will sit down with the school administration because this is the main thing which brought us to this school. We need to learn and how can we improve our academics. We can improve our academics by creating some groups or making some clubs. This group will be effective when we bring this what we call reward and punishment actually. Reward and punishment method. So if your group or if your club perform very well in any test which is done by our tutors, and then your group members became the best in that test or in that exam, then the school administration and my leadership will look for something to encourage those who perform well. This will increase the level of learning in our institutions. Because you find that some of us come to school very late in the morning, early in the morning, and some delayed because we usually come at 12. And when those who came early, some of them just come and sit down here, and some of them will. But when we have those group discussions, it will be helpful to us. So that is the second point. The third point, which I will do when I become the guild president of this great institution, is by monitoring and evaluation comprehensive coverage of course unit.
Mr. Speaker, I give you 30 seconds to summarize.
So this, what I will do, because we know academics is the main thing which brought us here to this school, you find that like us who are in second year, currently, you find that you may move to a next semester and one subject or one course unit has not been completed. That thing, I don't want it to go forward because according to the South Sudan curriculum, recovery of syllabus is supposed to be done per semester, or those course units which are given to that certain semester are supposed to be completed before we move to another semester. Promotion of peace and unity. My point is just give me more. So promotion of peace and unity among students. We need peace among us. As we both know, we came from different areas, but this school has made us to be one people. So we have to promote unity together. As I'm rushing, I'm going to point number 6 because I can see time is not on my side.
Yeah.
So improving student welfare. This, how can I improve student welfare? It is by cooperation together with you as a student.
I think that is
and the teacher.
I think that is enough. I'm sorry. The point is clear. Students improving student welfare. So moral science. Together we move forward. Can I hear you say that? Together we move forward.
Yes, together we move forward.
Together we move forward. I think that's the part B of the junior. But then we pray you don't lose like in junior. The original team junior, I'm just kidding. So we are going to go on to the questions. Anybody with a question? Ladies, are we here? You always ask for 25% when you don't agree. We are going to take it away. Gentlemen.
Don't get surprised. By name is Abraham Deng. So we were the founders of World Health Science Institute. I was the 2019 batch. We were with those of Tombo and other people here. So don't be surprised. So thank you. So I'm happy for this time. So and my purpose of being here, I'm the finalist of this year. I'm going to complete my studies this year. So I'm doing midwifery. I'm going to complete my studies in November. So, and I'm now coming back to Health Science Institute. This is where I was started, and this is where I have come now to complete my studies. So I'm glad to complete here. I was in somewhere because there was no diploma program. So let's go to my question. The question is the issue of water. I hear the issue of water from Mr. Boy, and it is now to Mr. Graham of second year. So that issue of water, we have problem of water here really. We are facing it, and we want that problem to complete. Mr. Graham of second year, really we want to see when you say something and believe you need to give us the way. How will you really manage this issue of water here in World Health Science Institute? Like we came here and we don't have water. How will you manage it? So you have to manage it. You have to tell us the way that we are going to manage it. Mr. Boy said before that he is going to provide 1 gram of water. So Mr. Boy, if you are not going to win later, please, we need that.
We'll find permanent solution of getting this enough water. The problem has to be solved before we look for something of how to handle it. When we get enough water, automatically we'll have those drums of having water inside. So we have to solve the problem of water first, and then the utilities which we will use to feed those water, they will be there actually when we have water.
My leaders, I didn't hear any one of you talking about gender, and this is the very important thing. So are you going to rule us like the way you led gender, or it is in your mind and you forget? So,
Madam Kirito, that is a great question actually. As we can see, I was cut short, but there was some point which I was supposed to say. But one of my points was cut out because of that. You are ladies, you are very special. We need you the most. As you can see now, the number of ladies is more than the number of men. We cannot forget you. We value you a lot, and we respect you, and we will always respect you. As you can see, most of ladies are contesting for this position, and nobody is even contesting with them. Actually, they are ranking and they are representing you more than 30% or 35%. So actually, I feel like you are represented.
I won't give present to be. My question to you is going to be simpler. If you can see that gentleman over there who said he's on his final year, you can see him is in some uniform. That uniform indicates that he is from Open Institute. That's not World Health, okay? So, Open Institute is our colleague in the field, okay? It's also offering the same program like us. But you know, this institute like this, they have to be licensed by the National Ministry of Health, okay? Open Health Institute has not been licensed, just like some of the schools here. What am I talking about? We have some colleagues who are having issues with license, but in our field of medicine, we work together, support humanity. So what are you going to do about our colleagues who are not licensed and they're struggling? Anything you can do about them? If I'm
clear, sir, your question is very clear. You are saying that those who are studying in a school which are not licensed like us, and they don't have opportunity. Yes, I think you are corrected. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean actually. I mean, those schools which are not licensed, but we are licensed. How can we help them? Is that your question? Yeah, okay, I think we all got this answer. Because as a health team, we work as a team, as a health workers. We coordinate together to achieve better living of human life. I think the reason why he's here today is not because he was a co-founder or because he was among those who founded this school. He's here today because he has joined himself, has linked himself to us so that he can learn or so that he can achieve whatever he is going to achieve. Actually, this kind of help which our school is offering, I think it is enough, or it is enough for us to do such people to connect them until they get what they want.
We just talk about affiliation, I think. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. In the first place, I would like to thank the principal of the school, Reverend Father, and though he's our student, I'll recognize him as the Reverend Father, because everything without God, we cannot go forward. And after him, I would like to thank the Electoral Commission, staff teachers around, staffs, then tutors, OGs and OBs of World Health Science, student body at large. Good afternoon. My name, I'm Philip Manyok. I'm contesting for the post of Deputy Guild President. As you can see, I was not opposed, but not because they know I'm a good leader. The reason why I was not opposed is because of your cooperation. I'd like to thank every student for supporting me, though I did not campaign and go to the second year class. In that matter, I would like to allow you to thank yourself by giving yourself a clap. Our school, and I was going to talk about advertisement because our school is not known in all over the south, all over the country, it's only known in one town, and not even the entire Jonglei State. If it was known in the entire Jonglei State, we could have had 12 students in this institute. So, this is part of advertisement. So, before now I'm going through my manifestos. That one I was standing the activity. I'm going to act voluntarily. I don't have powers, but if they don't follow me in any decision they are going to make, which means they are messed up, because I'm a human, I can come up with decisions that can help them. So going with my decision will not help. In the first place, unity and collaboration. I'm going to foster a sense of unity and collaboration, respect, mutual support among the guild team. How? It is not funny. Yeah. As we are here, we are still new. I've stayed here for 3 months as a student of this school. And since I came here, people are not sitting together like the way you get people gather together and discuss academically. It is not there. You will see people gather 2, 1, 2, and therefore, like people from Sokonia. They don't sit with us. One time I did not sit with a colleague from Sokonia. We think we are not united. So, enhancing academic excellence.
Now, I'm asking Manyok because Manyok has won. Yes. And of course, my question is, what is your CSR agenda? Corporate social responsibility. Wow, that question is cocktail. The first question. The reason why I say that this question is very cocktail, you know how cocktail uses. Because in the first place, me, I'm a very working person. Like now, see this morning I came with slash the compound, and these are the things which I'm going to do voluntarily. So, if it is anything concerning this school, I can ask a mediator, because I'm going to bridge the gap between the students and the staffs who are the tutors. Like now, you know, if there is only between here, you cannot jump if it is a lot.
I'm sorry. It was a cocktail question. You get the cocktail.
I want to make it also very cocktail, so that everything will go cocktail.
So you give the cocktail answer. You have the second answer.
Let us be ourselves. This guy is supposed to be a comedian. Mr. Manyok, thank you. Here to ask a general question. And of course, my question will be answered by all of you. So be prepared. You, and me. Well, my name is Remion Jacob, or you can call me Mayon. Matthew. Actually, my question will first go to our Gifted Guild president. You were saying that you are going to work voluntarily. Of course, you were even saying that you don't have a position because they are one party. You don't have to work. Now, supposing the one who will become a guild president, God sakes, and you now act. In case there is a problem of one student or maybe two students being caught dating, which is prohibited in this institution, what will you do? A man and a girl dating in the school, and they are being called for doing that act, which is prohibited in our school. What will you do? One. Number two, if students have grudges with the tutor or maybe fight, which is also an abomination in the school, what will you do as the Guild President or the Deputy Guild? That is a general question. You need to prepare yourself. Thank you.
Wow, I'd like to answer this question. I was having some of this point in my manifesto, but I was told that this guy is just a comedian, but I'm not a comedian. So those things are like now you have said if I get a student dating in the school. Wow. Dating here in the school is not allowed. And as this student is as this institution is for mature people, I hope they will not do such thing in the institution here unless outside. But if they do here, we shall pass it as the guilty to pass settle the problem. If the problem repeats us, we take it ahead to the administration. Secondly, fighting. Like I was saying, I will promote respect, mutual support, unity, and many of the things. So among the unity, it will solve that problem of fighting. Like now, if I get somebody quarreling here, I will come and calm them. I will let them first settle and then say, my friend, first bring this one. If they are still insisting, I'll call another person, another leader side that will come and settle this problem. If they are still insisting, I will also come to the office and call somebody. If I get the principal, I'll say, principal, please, there is a problem which is above us and you can be the one to solve this problem. So this one, they are usual thing and we can solve them.
It's going to be a race between two genders, a male versus a female. Then it's going to be a race between two classes, the first year versus the second year. So it's the post of the SG, the Secretary General. So here are two aspirants. The first one, as I always use, the alphabetical order. Put your hands together for Simon Peter, Victor Mobile, the male conference.
Wow, what a beautiful, precious, and fabulous moment. To stand before you, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Honorable Guest of Honor, the School Administration at large, EC, and my beloved contestant who have really strong, done a lot to contest for this beautiful position. Not to forget to introduce myself, I would like to say, yes, he is strong and a very quiet gentleman from year one who have contested for the post of the Secretary General. And indeed, I'm strongly before you, willing to have this position because of the following ideas that I have in mind. My name is Electoral, and that's all about me. And lastly, I'm from Voice Family, that's our party, which is Voice of Truth and Justice. We always say truth and we stand for justice. I have a slogan as an individual whereby I would like to say, my people, you are my pride. So without you, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't be able to stand before you tonight to say these 1 to 2 words. And to go forward, I would like to embrace some of the important messages that I would like to tell you this evening. First of all, I would like to say that as you guys have seen me standing before you here, I'm not just for fun, okay? I'm standing before you strongly exactly to represent you as a beloved and a serious institution which is Moral Science Institute, in which I would like to represent you, both inside and outside at large. So I will just say 2 words. To stand before you here, I would like to emphasize on confidentiality. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, in every life of humanity under this sun,
or under the sun at night. There's the only important point, which is confidentiality. As I stand before you today, I'm confident enough in which I to be able to represent you wherever you send me to go with my beloved presidents, whether grand or upward. I could be able to stand firm with them and jot down, because my work as a secretary, I'll be jotting down and writing down the records, either in or out, then I could be able to highlight you so that you have knowledge about them. And that's the first point that I would like to say. To go further once again, I would like to talk of understanding. I have my beloved students who are very strong in this institution in which I'm well pleased of you, especially year 2. You guys, we are very happy for you. Because without your effort, we couldn't be ready to come and sneak inside these premises, pretending that we are in a school. It is because of you, that's why we are here today. How is because of the good work that you have shown us exactly, like one example that I would like to give is my beloved brother from down here who is none other than Abraham there. We used to mobilize me and tell me that, we have an institution which is born in Science City. This institution here will deliver a lot of good services and all this one here. If you come in, then you could be able to help the community at large. So ladies and gentlemen, as I started before you here, I know that there is much understanding between we as a student, year 1, year 2, and our administration, in which I could be able to, appreciate that. And that is the work of secretary. And that is it. Furthermore, the support expressed by our beloved president, who is now the Nelson Mandela, is saying a good heart and a good mind are a very conformative combination. When you add a good thinking and good capability, good confidentiality, good understanding, then definitely you could be able to stand before people like the way I'm standing before you tonight, telling you that I will be secretary of Born Science Institute. And this thing here is very important and very crucial at the same time, and that's why I was really willing to stand and contest it for the post of Secretary General. Not just by excitement or not any other reasons, but time back, I was a leader, like the way I'm now willing to be a leader. So it is not something new to me to be a leader. Even though you guys say that you are not good in this, so let the chance be for Nyakio, then I will actually be happy. Because I have no problem with Nyakio. She is my colleague and she will be doing good work. So now the chance will be yours. Either you choose me because of my confidentiality or you select Nyakio to be a secretary general. Thank you so much.
Since your time there, first of all, I would like to recognize the presence of our visitors plus the Electoral Committee and the tutors and administration at all, plus you, all the students of BHSI Institute, which is year 1 and year 2 students. I would like to pass my regard to you. For my ladies, here is gender equality. We are here contesting for the position 2 of us, which is Secretary General. Okay, first of all, I would like to express to you the reason why I choose to be a Secretary General. Here is my motto or slogan. Endowments for academic excellence and institution progress, which is BHSI Institute. That is my slogan, and that is why what is guiding me to be a
second, can you summarize?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
For me to summarize this point of mine, you can see now my paper is full. And you are part of some of the things. So I don't know what to do now. Okay, what I can encourage you is that a leader take people where they want to go. A great leader take people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. What I'm meaning there is where he or she morally or legally obligated to take you is where you can go and find your success there. I would like to stop there.
You are not part of that government. So what if the government, Mr. Rapport, wins? When you're not part of that, what would you do?
Okay. We all know that in every competition there must be a loser and a winner. And if you are a loser or a winner, if you are a winner, you are lucky. If you are a loser, there is nothing to say. Because you are the one who is stand for your own and decide that I can manage to do these things.
So do you promise that if a court wins, you can vote for them? And you win, you can work for that government?
Yeah, I can work with them because the reason why I was contesting it was because of our institution, not because of myself.
Thank you. So, this one I propose. One is the Secretary for Information, that is Rachel Alec. Then the other one, the second class is Secretary for Information, that is one person from first year, Rachel Alec. Then last but not the least is going to be the Coordinator for Health and Environment, that is here, Samuel Lake. So, welcoming the second one, that's my daughter. I've always told the first year, my daughter is called Alec. So if you don't vote for her, you just do your faith in her. So this is what I'm
Your daughter now.
welcome.
First and foremost, I would like to take this golden opportunity to recognize the presence of the principal and the Electoral Committee, back to the media, not forgetting you, my dear gentlemen and beautiful ladies. I know God is going to complain why I'm saying beautiful ladies. internally. Okay, the third. Which is the last but not the least, social media and digital platforms. How try, I and my team will start down and create a page of which our school wanted to be known, not only here in Town, but at least countrywide, not just
Come on. So, no questions are fine. You see, very proud person. You are saying there's no question, but I have a question. Miss Honorable. My question is very direct and simple. You say that you want our institution to be known countrywide by creating a page. Can you clearly explain to us which page that you are going to create? Because I believe in World Health Institute we have WhatsApp group, which is a part of social media. I think we also have Messenger group. So how are you going to extend our school? I think she can defend herself. Let her first defend herself.
Okay, it's good to ask me such a question. Okay, sir, to answer your question, to promote that, we'll make sure that since you mentioned it is Messenger and WhatsApp, we should at least have Facebook page to be sharing.
Next year we are coming for the guild president. This year we are Mabuilwe. Next year we are going to be Mani Kamale. By the way, did you know Mani Kamale? The guild president of the University of Nairobi now is a lady from our town here. She's from Goa. It's called Mani Kamale. Okay, so we are doing so good. Let next year can be the guild. As of the man now, she's talking about the pen. We already have Ajakguong on board. Okay? So you can, Ajakguong is one of the famous media outlets. So you can talk to the gentleman behind the camera. He can help you through that next year. You can have some promotion with Ajakguong where our school can be seen anywhere in the whole world. So let's go on to the last one. She was too interesting that I could not cut her. But the last person, let's try to save time. Last but not the least is the contestant, Yar Samuel Lake, who is also coming on our post. So, Madam Roy.
The staff, electoral committee, administration of the school, plus the consulting, back to you, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Before you here, Yar Samuel Lake. Contesting for the post of health coordinator, a party student in Bordering Science Institute, a great nursing teacher. So let me say like that. Good afternoon, guys. sum up, or I would like to highlight the post which I'm contesting in. Coordinator, someone who coordinates and responsible for the particular task. That is what coordinator. Head is being free from any illness, mentally, physically, spiritually, and socially. That is the word head. Environment, totality, surrounding, conditional. That is the word environment. To keep up with my goal, or with my manifesto, is that if you are going to vote me, guys, you know, since I came here, there is no regular water in the compound. But water is a basic unit of life. Without water, no life. Yes, what is life? So if you are going to vote me, we will be having available water in the compound. If you want to take shower, you have to go and take shower. If you want to drink, you have to go and drink. Also, another cleanliness. As you see outside there, yesterday our environment was not clean, but today is what? It's clean. By forming the new one, if I'm going to form the team, those things which I'm going to form, they will work together and it will promote peace in our school compound. And then promotion, agenda, and sensation. Look at our classroom or our lab field over there. You ladies, will you able to go into that lab field? No. We cannot go. What we are sitting, but they are not used to explain what they are studying. So we can adapt that. We can adapt that my organism easily, and we can be infected by the disease. If you are going to tell me, I have to solve that problem, let's see. Not forgetting growing some outside and listening. For what? For safety. If you want you have to go and wash your hand using those things. So my slogan is the best never rests. And I have a quote.
Excuse me. You are so interested.
We need to hear that word.
Give your comment.
See what I would best for those who make the best. For see what out by John Warden. That is all about my word. But remember, or if you don't mind that, the best never what? The best never rest. What man can do, woman can do it. A woman of ability and desire to accomplish something can do anything. Ladies, please. Yes, our leader. Yes, do gender equality.
I think it's becoming a war. I think it's becoming a war.
BHSI Institute has one here in these premises, and there is no water. If the school administration fails to provide us water, what mechanism are you going to use to bring water? That's one. Two, we have only one toilet. Now, how are you going to make the other one, as you said before?
and the school administration cannot manage to do that. Why not?
Thank you, Mr. Samuel. What I can say is that, you know, the reason why you are here is to help me, and is to help administration, right? Yes. Okay, if administration pay, we are here, and we are very strong gentlemen and ladies.
You know why I ask you to give another round of applause, to give another round of a clap, is what you have said. You know, administration has failed to correct, because you have also failed administration to do the work. And she stands firm by saying that she will be advocating on behalf of the staff for you to rise up and do the work. Now the question, madam. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or yesterday even once, our school was dead. Now that you are campaigning, you have cleared the grass, you have even created a local park, and you are saying you are going to continue doing that. What is the guarantee? Yet you were here and nothing was done. Our school was dead, you were there not collecting the revenues. What mechanism are you going to use to continue cleaning our compound, cutting the grass?
For asking me that question, simply what I can say about that is that by that time we were not having peace among us. Not the peace that we are going to fight, but we were not related. We were scattered in many various places. But now, if you are going to deliver our leaders, we have to form team with our leaders, and those teams might work together. And if they work together, we can clean up our environment as you have seen it now. Before we have formed ourselves, we have formed the group, and that's why our compound is very clean now.
Thank you. Is going to be an interlude. So, an interlude, I understand we have musicians here, we have comedians, we have the young leader. I don't know that he has become the old leader now. With some other one. So, anyone, either musical or any commercial interlude.
Please listen. Can we pay attention? Our time is going, we have not enough time for us to, time for casting votes, time for counting votes and declarations, and time for celebrating. Friday is the most shortest day in the week. Please let us pay attention. I'm going to tell you the procedures on how we're going to conduct elections. Listen carefully. If you miss, and even the one you are voting for will not be declared as a winner if you not follow these procedures. Please sit down, take your water quietly, and listen carefully. Number one is voting card. Those who are outside, please come in if you'll be voting. Number one is voting cards. How does it look like? Yes, it was not printed in UK, neither in Kampala, but it was printed here, and it was designed by the experts. Okay, meant for you. This is how the voting card will look like. I know the last time you see a voting card was in 2010 for those who were mature at that time. But here is the voting card we have designed for you, for all the candidates and contestants. This is how it will look like. It will look like this. All the names, and against each name there is a box or a circle. Within that circle, you'll be putting a tick, something like a tick. Don't will put an X or an design you will have to put. We will make it valid. So put a tick put a thing like this, and you will be having where to do it. A tip will be put like this. And I will make sure the sample I'm using, I'm going to tear here for you so that it is not counted anywhere as part of manipulations, okay? This is how it looks like. Don't cross the box, tick it within the box, and it will be count valid. All these names, I'm going to count these names, read this name out, and if they are correct, then let me know that they are correct. The first is Apor, Manyon Apor, Philip, Garan Philip, Apor, Philip Manyon, Simon Peter, Dr. Mabin, Yanjam Dekwe, Rachel Alek, Garan, Yan Samali. Are they correct like that? Yes. So you get all these names. And I know all of you know all this. So we did not attach the photos, but we knew you know all this. We will read the names and all this. So this is how it looks like. As you enter in the first place in the theater rooms, as you enter in the first, you will get this form with somebody. You will be picking one form and you will be given a pen, and there will be a corridor where you will tick confidentially. And then you put it like this, and you will have to go where to put it. Place it like this, okay? And you go. As we are going to do that, there are going to be hidden or observers from different contestants to observe the casting of votes and to observe the counting of votes. So they are going to witness how the votes are going to be counted, so that it is not doubt or to accuse us that we are biased. So that is going to be like that. We are also going to have an independent watchdog. It is not only a person coming from America that is called a watchdog. A watchdog is somebody who is independent. He can even criticize the electoral committee. And that person is none other than Musa Moyong. He's here. Okay? Do you trust him? Do you trust him? Yes, he's a trusted person. And he will do so. There will be no manipulation. Then, by that sequence, everyone will go one by one, and it is going to be starting with the person that want to go and vote first. These big bosses of yours will vote first. One will vote for him or herself first, and then he will vote for the rest, and the time will go like that by that sequence. After casting of votes, there will be counting of votes, and in the counting of votes, only observers will be allowed, independent watchdogs, the electoral committee members. Then no other person will enter in that room. That room will be confidential. We're going to invite the national security to be around and the police. If you call around, you will be beaten, okay? Yes. Then after counting of votes, there will be a declaration of votes, the winners. They're going to be declared before us here. Then after declaration of winners, there will be reaction from the winners or the losers. You are going to react, whether you are going to cry or you are going to celebrate. It is up to you. Then after reaction from the candidates, there will be last remark from the principals who will be the guest of honor. And we will call it a day. Thank you very much. If with your management, and as a good news for you, the management discovered that those who are having no IDs was not their fault. So your management has granted you to continue with the voting. They have given us a list of all the students that are registered in these schools. So there are 79. So all of that 79, including those who have no IDs. So we are going to use that list to check you in, to check your name at once. So because we know some people are too enthusiastic, too happy to vote twice for the leader. So make sure you vote one, we'll check your name, and we'll identify your name very well. Because though I don't know your name, I will make sure I know all your name, I know your faces, okay? No intrusions. So you are free to vote. It is granted by the management. Thank you.
Listen up, gather round, let me drop some knowledge down. Diving into Spanish verbs in the present, don't frown. Conjugation's the game, let's get it straight. I'll break it down for you, make it simple, no blame. Odd, ear, those are verbs you see in the present tense, come and learn with me. Start with the stem, that's the base you use. For each subject a different ending to choose.
Yo, tú, él, ella, conjugate them fellas. Nosotros, vosotros, ellos, don't you know? Spanish verbs in the present tense, we're making sense. Listen closely, speak with confidence, no pretense.
Let's talk hablar, it's an AR verb type. Yo hablo, tú hablas, él habla, that's hot. Nosotros it's hablamos, let's have some fun. Vosotros habláis and ellos hablan. Yeah, verbs like comer, let's give it a go. Yo como, tú comes, ellos come, you know. Nosotros comemos, eat together with glee. Vosotros coméis, ellos comen, you see. Yeah, verbs like vivir, to live, they're cool too. Yo vive, tú vives, él vive, that's true. Nosotros vivimos, we live so right. Nosotros vivis, ellos viven day and night.
Yo, tú, él, ella, conjugate them fellas. Nosotros, vosotros, ellos, don't you know? Spanish verbs in the present tense, we're making sense. Listen closely, speak with confidence, no pretense.
Now it's time for los irregulares. Ser, estar, haber, let's address. Yo
soy, estoy, tú, eres, estás, has,
él,
es, está,
nosotros,
somos, estamos, hemos,
vosotros,
sois, estáis, habéis,
ellos,
son, están, han.
Enough some changes to finish this off. Preferir, querer, jugar es won't be tough. Yo
prefiero, quiero, juego.
Tú
prefieres, quieres, juegas.
Él
prefiere, quiere, juega.
Nosotros
preferimos, queremos, jugamos.
Vosotros
preferís, queréis, jugáis.
ellos
Prefieren, quieren, juegan. Now you know some verb conjugation. Stay tuned for more Spanish dictation.
The program lineup. First and foremost, we're going to have the remarks from the EC chair. Then after there, we're going to have the statement from all the agents. Then thereafter, we shall have the statement from the independent observers. All those ones, I'm going to give you 1 minute because we are time there. Okay? Then after that, anyway, the EC deserve more, but still we'll have time until later. So after there, we shall go to another category. We're going to have a remark from the principal. Then, after the principal is going to call upon the chief guest, okay, our guest of honor. Then lastly, we shall have the announcement of the results. Okay, so starting with the first one, join me together to welcome the chair of the NC. So, Mr. Chairman, you're welcome.
Invited guests, the guests of honor as well, the tutors, the antagonistic parties of this event, all the candidates, ladies and gentlemen. I'm privileged for being given this noble task to run this election. It has been a further experience for me, but I'm delighted. I've said before, this election is going to be reliable, going to be credible, peaceful, fair, and free. And indeed it has been. You'll be testified by your agents who are observing during casting of votes and during counting of votes. So it was fair, and whatever we're going to announce later will be the true final outcomes that were witnessed in heaven. And all of you knew, senior, how they were talking before you. You even knew automatically who was the leader and who was not the leader. And it has been manifested in the counting. So this is what I need to assure you. And the program, as has been saying, I couldn't declare result now, but we have been saying that they will declare later. So be calm, and you know, in every competition, in every race, there must be a winner and loser. And losing does not mean it is just today. Abraham Lincoln in United States lose election in '99 from county up to the national level. But alas, Abraham Lincoln won election in United States and was the president. So losing today is not losing in the future, okay? This is the comforting word to you. Don't collapse. Thank you very much.
That was great. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let's have the statement of agents. But my dear agents, to keep the results, that impression you first hide it for now. Don't leave them.
So there were 4 agents. Those 4 come one by one, 1 minute, 1 minute. Come and testify whether you will free or not.
If your person has lost, don't come here and start mourning. And you are new guided. So let me welcome the first agent. I don't know which one I'm going to come.
You know that agent who were without inside, come here. So that they quickly just go to soccer.
First. So let's welcome the first agent. That's Madam Ajakguong.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity. All the thought for the name of God. And by the name, Ajakguong Madam the agent manager of Mary Ajakguong. I was the one who witnessed the counting of the vote. So the counting of the vote is fair. Nothing is corrupted. So all of us were witnessed that it is okay. So thank you for that.
It was good. So let's have the next agent. I think I will not need to call people again. Once you are done, you just hand the mic to the next one.
Okay, thank you very much. And my name is Manuel Bares. I'm agent to the election is free and fair, and you are going to hear result from EC. Thank you.
Before I say anything, I would like to recognize the following groups: the administration of the school, EC, leader, together with EC, our candidates which are making this day very colorful, plus entire school. Here in front of you, I'm by the name David Nyangol. I'm in first year. I'm a first year student. In the Department of Nursing class, to be brief, the election is fair. It's fair, so we witness it,
nothing is corrupted. So, back to stop here. Yeah, thank you so much. By the name Atem James Lee, I student from President, the Department of Nursing. As an agent of Sergeant Peter Gitongo Bill, and one of the agents of today's election, I can testify that the election of today is so fair and peaceful. So nothing has been corrupted, and there is no cheating there, because we all witnessed it, and we counted the vote, and they are all correct. A word of encouragement to my leaders, the contestants. So if you are failing, don't take it as hatred between you and your colleague. I would like to stop.
To put the miscellaneous, we have a big fish among us who is going to be our guest of honor. He is the medical director of Bora State Hospital. The first year was the MBBS holder. When I told you of the systems, we talk of the intergovernmental system, and I told you the person who specializes in it is what the dermatologist, right? Yeah. So, you know, Hamid Azaz is Dr. Hall, who is a dermatologist by specialization. So you'll be introduced later well by the principal. I guess only if you're not again, so that when you're observing the protocol, you just need to know that he's our boss and he's here, and we appreciate him for coming. So, the next one, as I just said, it's going to be the principal who's going to give us this last number. Before he talks, there were some main things we never touched. So we're going to call the principal. And once the principal is done, he's not giving the mic, he's the one going to call the big man. Okay? So Mr. Principal, you're welcome.
The protocol remains observed. Our guest of honor, the tutors, student at large. Good evening. Yeah, even if I was going to be left out, I don't see any problem there because the other agent is already testified. The election was free and fair. But since I'm invited, or since I'm told, I have to also reaffirm the top of what they have said. In fact, this is the most free and fair election that is conducted in my presence ever. And I know those who are going to be declared the leaders later deserve it because the efforts is from you guys. So I think this one is going to be free according to the numbers that they bought. So feel free. This is just the beginning. Next year you will have another chance. So if you fail today, maybe you'll make it by next year. Thank you so much.
We are racing with time, so as I've said, we're going to call upon the principal of our school. Then when the principal is done, the next note will be clearly for me. So it's the one who's going to call upon the chief guest. Then after there, maybe we can come and call upon the next teacher person. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, join me welcome our principal.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity to recognize the president of our guest of honor, Dr. Paul, the IEPC, all the tutors, the contestants, candidates, and the media who have been researched in morning. We appreciate the presence of everyone, the tutors, and the students from Open Institute of Health Science. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate the presence of Dr. Bones. He is the medical director of Bora Science Institute. He is the one who is helping us a lot in providing us space for practical. So we appreciate you, Dr. Paul, for being with us. Thank you very much for your presence. I also want to appreciate the presence of the media. That is Ajakguong media. So I want to congratulate each and everyone who have participated in these elections, those who have been candidates and those who have participated in voting for the candidates. I want to appreciate you for the work that you have done. And I want to say that there's something that I failed to mention in the beginning. Foreign Science Institute was established in 2018 as a certificate program. Then we graduated about 5 batches, and most of the people who we have graduated are now working in various parts of the country in South Sudan. So the program has graduated about 150 students, certificated students, who are working now in different areas of the country. So the government of South Sudan, together with the government of Jamhuri State, recognize the work that we are doing and gave us the certifications. Now the school is licensed, and that's why we have the students from Open Health Science Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that we are supposed to do. Among the people whom we are training here, we want to make sure that the health system of South Sudan is strengthened. Because we here, those who are working in the health system, will not be there. So that's what I can say for this evening. About elections, when the results are announced later, so I want to assure you that make sure you accept the result the way they will be announced by the Electoral Commission. That's one point. Number 2, you make sure that when you have lose or when you didn't win the elections, make sure that you work together with people who have taken the leadership of World Health Science Institute, such that we don't create hatred among ourselves. And if we create hatred, it will hinder the learning atmosphere which is needed in this institution. So I want to say that let's see the results, how they will come out, and let's see that after the result we will organize the inaugurations of the student leaderships, where we will invite the government officials, where we will also invite the Ministry of Health, because we tried to invite the Director General before, but we did not get him. So only Dr. Ball whom we found. So that's what I would like to say. Otherwise, let's hope for the best. In future, we'll make sure that we see brilliant nurses and midwives who serve our people with competency, with quality service that they deliver to the people of South Sudan and to the people of Jamhuri State. Thank you very much. So before I welcome Dr. Ball is one of the people who have been supporting us. He's also a tutor. They have been teaching us here. For those who are in second year, I think they know him. They have been teaching us anatomy and physiology. So, but because of responsibility that I've taken him, he's no longer there. But we'll still try to make sure that he also come and assist us. So Dr. Paul is a medical doctor by profession, and he's also a dermatologist. So he's a specialist. So previously he was working in the board of Electoral as Director General, but currently he's working as Medical Director. So Dr. Paul, thank you for being with us, and thank you for the support that you have given to us since the beginning of Foreign Science Institute. Otherwise, you are welcome to say a few remarks. Thank you.
With protocol in place, I would like to recognize the presence of the principal of Board Health Science Institute, the chairman of the Electoral Commission and his team, the tutors of this great institute, the campaign agents of the various candidates, the candidates themselves, and the students. Good evening. It's a privilege to stand here before you, and I'm really happy that this process has come to a conclusion. As the medical director in the hospital, I'll do whatever is possible to help you as a student in this institute. The training that we'll get, I hope, will improve the health services. At the same time, I'll try to commit myself so that I start to teach here again. I know opportunities are limited, but we have to train the rest so that they replace us with time. I know we are being constrained by recruitment of health workers. That is not the end. I want you to put in more effort. I want you to study a lot such that you all pass and you join us in the field. To the principal of the institute, I thank you for this bright idea. I know it was not simple to come up with the idea to establish the institute and going through all those processes till it being registered. So I commend you for the great work that you've done. And also for the batches that graduated earlier, because as you heard, the institute was established in 2018 with a certificate. I know there is a lot that we can do. And this institute is recognized by South Sudan, Ministry of Health, and at the same time, the State Ministry of Health. So it's legalized. So you should not fear that maybe your documents will not be recognized, they are valid. At the same time, there are a lot that we can achieve. There is a lot, sky is the limit, and there is a more that you can achieve as a team. So I encourage you to study, and I'll help the institute to produce competent health workers. Back to the process, I believe that the campaigns that were conducted, despite me not being present, I believe it was a tough campaign. And I know in any process, there must be a winner and a loser. Whoever will emerge as a winner, I hope and urge you to take all of these, those that did not vote for you, as the people that you will lead. And to the loser, I also encourage you to work with the winner. Because in any scenario, you are all winners. You will lose today and you will win tomorrow. And this is the start. This is the start of the long journey. If you know the National Minister of Health, Dr. Albino, he was my colleague. And he started in the university when we were in Khartoum. So he was campaigning throughout. So it starts earlier and then it goes through the end. So in any position, there must be a leader. So I would like to wish you the best, and there is a lot that we'll say during the inauguration of the winner. So with those few remarks, I would like to thank all of you for this process that I believe was free, fair, and credible. The results as the process was announced by the agents of the candidates. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Rombo. If I can just say, we are so lucky to have you. he especially, after he left, I've been carrying another one to Syria. It wasn't easy, but now at least I feel the need. So, the next one is the main sensitive one. Our principal was so nervous, but now the Herod wants me as a week to attack him. But you just need to control your own potentials. So the next agenda in our line is going to be the announcement of the results. So let's not panic. Don't get attacked by the panic. Just be calm and get them. So, Presidency, you're welcome to give us the results.
So my colleagues who are assigned with me by the principal of this or the management of these great institutions, me is Manuel Agis, the chair of this committee. My brother Deng Latara was the secretary, where Samuel was a member, as well as Ian Kong. We were the four members who were running these elections, as we were complemented by an independent person who was also observing, and as you have heard from him, he declared that election was free and fair and peaceful as well. So Mr. Mayom was part of us. So brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, you know, whenever you have disputes in every occasion, people will be telling you comforting words so that you cannot cry for because you have disputes. And this is what we have been doing all this is to comfort you so that you cannot collapse, okay? If today you have missed food and tomorrow there will be food. The same thing, you have lost there, tomorrow you will win and we will all be happy. Then we go to the results. Total students who attended the elections, who casted their votes, were 65 students. Though this was not the number of students that are registered in this school, but those who were present and casted their vote were 65. And starting with the first candidate is Mr. Akwat Manyan Akwat, was contesting for Guild Presidency. He attained 15 votes, which is 23.1% of the total votes. And at his line, he has one invalid. Number 2 is Grand Philip Boy, was contesting for the position of Guild Presidency. Those who have voted for him are 49. The percentage of those who have voted for him is 75.4, and the invalid was 1. Another contested position was the position of Secretary General. The first person who was also contesting is Simon Peter Dr. Mabil. He attained 47 votes, 47 votes, which is 72.3% of the total votes casted. And the invalids were 7. The second person in the same position, which is Secretary General, was Miss Nyanjam Denkwe, attained 11 votes out of 65, which is 16.9% of the total votes. And the invalid was 7 votes. 7 votes were invalid. These were those who were just counted. But other candidates were unopposed. That is, Philip Manyok was contested for the position of Deputy Guild President. He was unopposed, and we have declared him winner. Mrs. Rachel Alec was contested for the position of Secretary General for Information, or Information Secretary. She was unopposed, and she is declared by this body as winner. Yan Samuel Lake was contested for the position of Coordinator for Health and Environment. She was unopposed, and we have declared her a winner. Therefore, as we were given these powers, I declare the winner of presidency of Guild President is Mr. Grand Philip Aboy, who attained 75.4.
The winner of secretarial position is Mr. Simon Peter Doctor. 2.3% of the total vote. And this is the end. Celebrate responsibly and also be responsible in other dimensions. Respect those who have lost election. They are also your brother and will also continue for the structure and betterment of the future. Thank you very much. I also want to invite the main contestants to come and testify whether they accepted these results or not. We are given 1 minute. Though you will be too nervous, control it, close the electrolytes, and come and tell us. You are also a leader and winner. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very glad. Somebody may question, how funny that why you say very glad, but in every competition, there is a loser and a winner. So if I lose, doesn't mean that I lose for life. So I must win in another way around. So that is the part, and that is the politics we are playing. So politics is the game. So you will play a politics, so there must be a winner and a loser. So thank you, Mr. Graham, for the work done. I will join hand in hand with you. Though I'm not a winner, I can play my work. Though I don't have any position, but I must contribute in the progress of what I design to do. Thank you.
It is a privilege to me. It is a very grateful day today. Since it is the first time for BHSI Institute to do a leadership school. So I have nothing to say but just to encourage our leaders, because in every decision as you can make, you must expect negative and positive. Negative is where you can lose, but positive is where you can gain. So to our leaders, what we want is just to promote our school and do best for our institution. We are not going to sit back because we are paid, but we are going to contribute our share so that our school can be respected or can be recognized somewhere else. Thank you.
Thank you. How we remember this is for the second time. We requested you, Lord, to guide us through the election. Now we have done the election successfully. I thank you, Lord, for the process you have guided us. Lord, I dedicate your servant who have ruled the election to guide them, Lord, in their leadership, in healthy life, to take this school ahead, and him the time they will be able to the school. Lord, protect the leadership of this school and guide them. Almighty God, the God who gives the wisdom and the knowledge to every human being. We thank you, Lord, for this knowledge that you have given us. So Lord, I dedicate all of us to take us back to our places. Almighty God, until we come back the next week, Almighty God, to come and learn you. Lord, I praise your name. Please us and bless